You are listening to Serena Grassa Podcast. Each short fictional story is written and creatively directed by Serena Grassa. If you like the podcast, please remember to follow and subscribe. The next story is called Blue Island. The wind howled and the waves crashed against the rocky shoreline. Was this really the place? It was about a year since Bria had first heard of this place. A place that had been described as where the veil was thin, and you could receive answers to your most profound questions. Meditation and dream work had been helpful to Bria, but it had only gotten her so far. If this place could really do what it was claimed to do, it would be all she needed. Go, just go, her mentor had encouraged her. Her mentor, a person she truly trusted. Deep down, she had known this was the answer, but she just wanted someone else to confirm. And with that, it gave her that final piece of courage she needed to make the trip to Blue Island. When she had first heard of Blue Island, she imagined it to be a tropical place, but it was no such thing. The wind was so fierce she felt like it would rip her skin off, and it seemed like the sky was forever gray. Nevertheless, she was glad she had arrived. Was the name Blue Island supposed to be sarcastic? Bria thought. She really didn't get it. It must be sarcasm. Bria was a girl who on the frontiers appeared to have everything. A family that loved her, beauty, a warm, outgoing personality, a large group of friends. She lived in a nice neighborhood and she drove her dream car. She had a career she felt passionate about. Somehow it was always there, though, this buzzing undercurrent of lack. She knew exactly what was causing it. And if she could get the answer to her question, she knew she could solve this horrid feeling once and for all. You see, although Bria had a family that loved her, they were not her biological family. This always left a kind of emotional wound. Why did her biological mother not want her? Did she maybe want her but just couldn't keep her for some reason? Did her biological mother still think about her today? Inasmuch as her adoptive family loved her, it just couldn't seem to heal that emotional wound. The void of unanswered questions just couldn't be filled with maybe answers or unending speculatory scenarios that circled in her head. She never did like movies that ended on a cliffhanger, and feared that somehow her life would end one day, also on a cliffhanger, and she would go to her grave without ever knowing. Bria knew that this wound was starting to affect her relationships with men. Deep down, she had a fear that she would get rejected again. The worst thing about having this fear was she knew the fear itself was likely to manifest the very thing she was afraid of. She loved her spirituality group. It was such a cool group of people from all walks of life. Each week when they met online, a different member would chair. They discussed such interesting topics. She found it so helpful. They were all so supportive to each other. Each one of them would buddy up with a mentor, and she herself was a mentor for another group member. They would each put the spiritual practices they studied to work in their own lives and report back to the group, and in particular to her mentor. Knowing she had to report back to her mentor about how her trip went meant there was no going back now. She paused for a minute. Would she change once she got her answer? Would she still be the same person? She froze for a moment. This was really a big deal. Her whole identity seemed to be linked to the fact she was adopted and lived in a world of unknowns. Who would she be once she got her answer? She sat for a moment and decided to do some breath work to try and calm herself.
There is a place you could go, you know.
What do you mean?
A place where you can get answers. It's called Blue Island. It has been written about for years in spiritual doctrines. They say that time is not linear there. The past, present, and future exist at once.
So if I go there, I can go to my past as it will be in this moment as such, and then I could see myself as a baby and meet my mother to understand what happened.
I guess potentially you could, but that's not all that is unique about this Blue Island.
They say you can meet other versions of yourself there because they exist at the same time as you.
Huh? This is so confusing.
I know, it's hard to get a grasp on it, but basically, as time is not linear, you can meet other versions of yourself, ones that chose the path you didn't choose because they exist at the same time as you. A wave doesn't leave the sea. That part of you is still there.
That part of me is still there, she thought to herself. Okay, she was there, at the exact coordinates point. She looked around. She got a weird feeling that everything seemed to slow down. The waves, the birds chirping. What was this? A strong smell of rose perfume wafted around her. There were no flowers anywhere nearby. Suddenly, she felt a tight hug. It felt as if the person doing it never wanted to let go. There was a chaotic moment of trying to release her, but immediately re-grabbing her and holding her tight again. Then, it just stopped. Thunder erupted and rain started to pound down on her.
Mom, wait, don't go. Why are you leaving me?
I'm giving you a better life. I'm doing this for you.
No, I want you to want me. That's what would be better for me.
Better for me, she thought. Was it really better for me? The rain stopped, but the sky stayed gray. The air felt heavy, almost like water. Memories started to appear in Bria's mind. She saw herself sitting on her bed. This horrible, heavy sense of stress and responsibility came over her. She heard shouting from the room next door. I wish she would stop drinking, Bria thought. The alcohol will kill her. Tears were rolling down her cheeks. She was extremely worried that her mother would die. Her heart was beating fast, almost like she was about to get a panic attack. She tried to do her breath work to calm it.
I do breath work to calm my nerves in that life too. Is that where I learned it from? Thank you for helping me. You are so brave. Thank you.
She said to her other version of herself. She got up and walked along the coastline and watched the waves crashing down.
You're welcome. I'm sorry you feel unwanted.
She suddenly heard. Wait, she can sense me too, Bria thought.
I'm sorry you had to go through that stress with your mother.
With that, a realization set into Bria's mind. There was no better life after all, only different realizations of love and pain. She left Blue Island with peace in her mind, knowing that the other version of her, the one who wasn't adopted, was always helping her, and that they help each other.